Hello there. Welcome to Dave TV on DCRTV.com for 10/11/12, October 11th, 2012. The sports section. Lots of big pictures in the sports section today. Look at this one. Wow. Look at that big picture. I mean, it's a nice picture. Wow. I'll have to get that framed. Not a lot of ads, but a lot of big pictures. Interesting. Okay, so the Nationals are playing their do-or-die game today on TBS. I guess it's going to one of the Turner Network channels. Interesting to look at the radio coverage of the Nationals in St. Louis there. It's going to be on, TBS for television, but then on radio, it's going to be on WJFK 106.7. It's going to be on WTEM, ESPN 980, which is also 92.7, 94.3. And it's going to be on, wait. No, it's not going to be on WTEM. It's going to be on, WTEM sister station, 570. It's also going to be on WFED 820 and 1500. And it's also going to be on WNEW 1580. So wait, it's going to be on 106.7, 820, 1500, 1580, and 570. So we can pretty much, on the radio dial, just go up and down the dial and you'll hear it, half a dozen places. If you're listening to 1580, the game starts at 4. What time's sunset these days? Maybe they'll get the game on before they go on to their tiny little flea flicker night power there on 1580. I don't know. You listen to the game, all of a sudden, where did the signal go? How y'all doing, everybody? This is Dave TV for a beautiful Thursday here in Washington. We had to move our cars yesterday. They're resurfacing the parking lots here at the Villa Ridge condo in beautiful Reston, Virginia. Less than a mile from the Wheelie Avenue Metro station. If you want a condo less than a mile from the Wheelie Avenue Metro, talk to me. You can be my roommate. So what's going on? Bryan Nehman, as we predicted. Hey, another prediction that we made comes true. Announced yesterday that sayonara WMAL. You gotta wonder, did he jump or was he pushed? I kind of think a little of both. I think Cumulus, Jones' station is just making cuts and cuts and cuts. And they're probably saying, do we really need 2 full-time co-hosts on this morning show? Brian Wilson is a high-profile, big kahuna dude. He's a long-time Washington news veteran. He's worked at Channel 5 for decades. And then he worked for Fox News for a long time. He's well-known, got a national profile. Everybody on the national stage politically knows him. Do we really need Bryan Nehman? I think they liked Bryan Nehman, and he fit well into that kind of transition period from Grandy and Andy and all that, over the years. He was kind of always there, no matter what, all the crazy changes in the WMAL morning show over the last few years, there was always Bryan Nehman kind of as the central focus. And now I think WMAL has finally decided, okay, we got Brian Wilson, high-profile name. We're just going to pair Brian up with a bunch of co-hosts. It's the Brian Wilson show, basically. They had Tori Clark on today. You're probably going to see Major Garrett back. You're probably going to see guys from the Daily Caller, and you met Mary Catherine Ham, and it's just going to be a rotating thing. And it's not going to be a bad show. Why not? Just kind of keep it going like that. To call it, it'll be okay radio. I really think that WMAL needs to pair Brian, who's a righty, up with a permanent lefty co-host. And so they could have that constant, a lovable lefty like me. No way am I getting up at 2 a.m. My sleep is very valuable to me. I find as I get older, if I don't get my 8 hours or 8.5 hours, I'm very, very cranky the next day. And it's not nice to be around me when I'm very, very cranky. Other interesting news. Interesting article in one of the trades today. I kind of linked at it on the website, on the mailbag page, about CBS trying to get 2 sports talkers in a lot of markets. CBS is launching this thing called the CBS Sports Radio Network, okay? And it's going to be a nationally fed. It's going to have Jim Rome on it, a whole bunch of other people. And, CBS is also building out a network of FM sports talkers locally, local stations, like WJFK in Washington, WJZ in Baltimore. They got a new FMer now, and they're going to be moving WFAN over to FM in New York. They just moved WIP, their sports talker, over to FM in Philly. They're doing that. So the question now is, some radio gurus are wondering, what is CBS planning here in Washington for, and here's what I think. As I've said, CBS desperately needs more signals in this market. They desperately do. They've only got two good FMers, 95.5 and 94.7, that are inside the Beltway, so to speak. All the rest of their FMers are somewhere outside the Beltway and have coverage problems somewhere in the metro, okay? So they do have 5 FMers, but 3 of them have problems. Okay, and that's really hard in these days of PPMs, because the PPM electronic ratings really need a good signal. You really need a good signal to do well in the PPMs. So CBS needs better signals in this market. And, where are they going to get them? There's just not a lot of stations. There's nothing for sale. And I've said, AVA, 105.1 is the most likely candidate. The ratings on that station, SUCK, they could probably do just as well on an AMer, or on a fringy FMer. Somebody, CBS, needs to go to Salem, which owns that station, and say, look, what are you going to do? We need 105.1. We need it for either WNEW, for WJFK, or for a new sports, and then they could shift their signals around, and maybe they could put WJFK on 105.1, which is then, and then put maybe the new CBS Sports News Radio on 106.7, which is over in Virginia. They could do some kind of a mix like that. But they need to do something. So, I think in the meantime, they should have taken 1580 and put CBS Sports Radio on that instead of this biz government talker, which nobody's going to listen to anyway. At least it would get some of their talent, at least some signal. It's a station that nobody listens to anyway. What the hell? Does it matter? It doesn't matter. So you wonder, is CBS possibly going to sacrifice 94.7 Fresh FM? Fresh FM's ratings, they're getting battered about by Hot 99.5 and Mix 107.3 and now PGC, and they're in a 4-way battle, and it's the ratings aren't so great. Maybe they're going to do something different with 94.7. I think that's a likely possibility come the new year. Maybe, as I said, if they're going to keep putting that investment in WNEW and the news talker there, the all newser, they need to get it on a better signal. Here's what they could do. They could take 99.1, and they could put WNEW on 94.7, and then they could take 99.1 and put a new CBS Sports Radio on that. Compare that with WJFK and 106.7. That might work. In the meantime, while they're trying to negotiate to get 105.1. But that's what I think. So there. We just heard that WCTN 950 AM, they were carrying a lefty talk radio station out of Boston there for a while. They're back to doing oldies, I guess. In the meantime, while they search for more brokered programming, again, another station that just doesn't show up in the ratings. All right, folks, that's my Dave TV for today. Again, we just finished our 15th anniversary, starting our big 16th year. So, we depend on your donations. So please make a donation to DCR TV. Click on the little support thingy dingy, and we would appreciate that. Thank you. Big, small, make your donation $16 for honor of our new 16th year, or make it $16,000. Come on, Jack Diamond. I know you. $16,000. Jack Diamond is nothing. Come on, Jack. Help us out. Please. All right. Thanks for watching DCR TV, Dave TV, for this beautiful October 11th, sunny, cool Thursday. Book 'em, Dano.